from the ones who have come before. He's calling us into freedom. Let my people go, go. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God said it's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. We are the sons and the daughters. We gotta stand up and make it loud. Just like our God told the Pharaoh, let my people go, go. We are a new generation from the ones who have come before. He's calling us into freedom. Let my people go, go. We don't gonna shine at the shade. Give me a papa God where he make the heavens. If you don't say you know what trouble, let my people go, go. The blood, sweat, and the tears that we gathered through the years. If you don't say you know what trouble, let my people go, go. Wade in the water, we dey wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God said he's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, we dey wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the
Good morning, great people, and a very big welcome to you as you join the conversation today on Lagoon Radio on Lagoon L Talk, broadcasting live to you from Marina, Lagos. And Lagoon Radio is your number one online gospel radio, powered by the Diocese of Lagos, Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion. And you can follow our social media handles on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter at Lagoonradio.Ng. And if you need to connect with this show and all other shows will be dishing out to you here on Lagoon Radio, you can actually visit our YouTube channel on LagoonTV. You can subscribe and turn on your notifications as well. And for more news update, visit us at Lagoon.News. I'll be your host for today's L Talk. My name is Olabisi Simidele Okay, your favorite radio doctor. Yeah. And today we would actually continue our our mental health series. And during the course of the year, we started this particular mental health series, and there are lots and lots of mental health issues, and we've decided to be dishing it out to you one after the other. Our last episode on our mental health series was psychosis, and there was a period we did schizophrenia. There was a period we did anxiety disorder, stress, and what have you. So today we have another interesting topic as well, and it's dissociation and dissociative disorder. Hey, my teeth wants to remove, but no, it's not going to pull out. Dissociation and dissociative disorder. So that's what we'll actually be looking at today. The time is 30 minutes past 11 a.m. and we shall go on this short music break, and we will be right back. Stay connected to Lagoon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
My soul says yes, says yes, say yes. My soul says yes, says yes to your will. Come on, do you know it? Just sing it with me. My soul says yes, says yes, says yes. My soul says When you call me, I will answer. Oh my Lord, please teach me how to know your ways. Can I take it again? Where you lead me, I will follow. When you call me, I will answer. Oh my Lord, please teach me to know your way. Whatever it takes, whenever you want, what moment you choose, whatever you plan. Oh my Lord, let your will be done in me. So be my guide and be my light. Be my way, be my will. Oh my Lord, please lay your. Let me take it again. So be my light and be my guide, be my way, be my will. Oh my Lord, come lay.
This is Lagoon Radio.
My soul says yes. Say it. Say it.
Yes, my soul says yes. You know, most people, they dream every now and then, and if this particular thing happens to you, it's perfectly normal. You don't need to panic. But if you have a mental health problem called dissociation, your sense of disconnect from the world around you is always a lot more complicated than that. And basically, dissociation is a mental process where a person disconnects from their thoughts, disconnects from their feelings, disconnects from their memories or sense of identity. It is a break in how your mind handles information, and you may feel disconnected from your thoughts, your feelings, your memories, your surroundings, and which could basically affect your sense of identity and your perception of time. When you have dissociation, you might actually forget things, have gaps in your memory, and you may think the world, you may think the physical world is not real, and that you yourself, you're not real. You can also notice some other changes in the way you feel, such as having an out of body experience, such as feeling like you're a different person sometimes, feeling like your heart is pounding, or you're feeling kind of lightheaded, feeling emotionally numb or emotionally detached, you're feeling a little or no pain. I see this one. Tell me if it's not happening to you. Let me know, because as I was actually preparing this particular topic, I'm like, in one way or the other, a lot of us, we actually have mental health issues. It doesn't mean we have scum, you understand, but we actually have mental health issues, and it's normal to feel that way at times. If it's not persistent, if it's just once in a while, it's actually normal. And I talked about feeling like your heart is pounding or you feel lightheaded. Don't say because your heart is pounding and you feel lightheaded, you now liken it or you link it up with dissociation or dissociative disorder. No, it might be some other issues. It might be symptoms of some other issues. And we also have some other symptoms you can get, which are having an altered sense of time, not remembering how you got to a particular place, having a tunnel vision, hearing voices in your head, having intense flashbacks that feel real, becoming immobile, getting absorbed in a fantasy world that actually seems too real. And these symptoms always go away on their own. It may take hours, it may take days, it may take weeks, but you might actually need treatment. You might actually need to get it treated. Although if your dissociation is happening because you have because you have actually experienced an extremely troubling circumstance, or you have a mental health disorder like schizophrenia. So we have some causes of dissociation, which includes trauma, hypnosis, medication, certain types of medications, and also meditation. Let me put it that way, meditation. So what do I mean by trauma? You know, a lot of people, we've been through some things in our lives. We've had some experiences that we never even prayed to have again, till thy kingdom come. So you may actually psychologically disconnect from the present moment, from the present world, from the present time, if something really bad happens to you. And this is called a peritraumatic dissociation. And experts believe that is a technique your mind uses to protect you from the full impact of the upsetting experience you had. Take, for example, sexual or physical assault victims, childhood abuse victims, you know, people who went through torture or capture, like those that were kidnapped and later released and all that, you know, that trauma. So it's actually normal for you to be traumatized, really, because it's a way that your mind uses to protect you from experiencing a full impact of that situation. Then we also have some other examples like motor vehicle accidents or any other accident. Like, I've seen people, especially women, maybe when they tried driving to a particular distance, got involved in an accident. There are some that you dare not tell them to drive a car again; they will not move near it. So, which is normal. Then we also have some natural disasters such as earthquake, tsunami, storm, or what have you. So people that actually experienced these traumatizing situations, it could actually cause dissociation or dissociative disorder. So if you've had disturbing experiences over and over, you can actually get severe forms of dissociation known as dissociative disorder, and you can actually live your normal consciousness, forgetting things, or form different identities within your mind, and there's nothing happening around that would actually move you, really. So, and that's what it is. So let's talk about hypnosis. Hypnosis is when you daydream or let your mind wander. At that particular time, you are in a type of auto-hypnotic state, and you might no longer have a strong awareness of your body. And other types of hypnosis can actually put you in a deeper dissociated state. And trained professionals can actually use therapeutic hypnotherapy to help you manage pain, anxiety, addictive behavior, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's actually another topic on its own on our mental health series. We'll actually be visiting that. Then some medications can also cause dissociation. You can actually lose your sense of identity or reality if you are an alcohol addict or if you're a drug addict. And research has actually shown that people who take all those things like psychedelics, they actually tend to lose their sense of self. Then I mentioned meditation, and someone will be like, how does meditation cause dissociation or dissociative disorder? Like daydreaming, you can actually become less aware of what is happening around you while you're meditating, which is the fact, because while you're meditating, you're taking away from the present world you are. And you know, and some experts meditators actually says that they lose an awareness of their bodies, or they lose awareness of themselves during certain mindfulness meditation practices. So for those who practice meditation, that kind of meditation, even people who practice yoga, at times, you tend to just live. It will be as if your spirit has actually wandered away from this side of the world, and you would basically lose an awareness of what is happening around you. Let's go on another music break, and we'll be right back to discuss some related mental conditions, the warning signs of dissociative disorder, and what have you. Stay connected to Lagoon Radio. We will be right back.
Awesome wonder and mighty ruler, the King of all the earth, we bow before your throne. Awesome wonder, yeah, and mighty ruler, King of all the earth, we bow before your throne. And we bow down and worship Yahweh. Oh, yeah. We bow down and worship Yahweh. Come on, everybody, lift your voice. Let's worship. We bow down. We bow down and worship. And we worship. Oh, we bow. We bow down. And we worship you, God. Yes. Hallelujah. Hey! Yahweh, Yahweh. We call you Yahweh, God. We lift our voice and call Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh, God, yeah. We call you Yahweh. Yahweh, we worship you, Lord God Almighty. Oh, we call you Yahweh, Lion of the tribe of Judah. Yahweh, and King of kings and Lord of lords, and Master of the universe. Oh yeah, Yahweh, Yahweh. All right, we lay our life. Bow our knees to worship you. Hey, Yahweh, Yahweh, oh Yahweh. Oh yes, we lift our voice and we worship.
All right, so welcome back. The time is 28 minutes past 11 a.m. and you are still on the fresh episode of Lagoon Health Talk, where we've been discussing mental health series and dissociation and dissociative disorder in a particular. We have some related mental health conditions, and you may have dissociation if this certain mental health disorders or conditions I'm about to highlight for us if you actually going through that. And apart from schizophrenia and post-traumatic stress disorder, dissociation is also linked to acute stress disorder, borderline personality disorder, affective disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder. We talked about that some times ago. That's OCD, depression, and eating disorders. So it's actually they're actually related, and it's possible to have dissociation and not know it. That's actually one thing, and you still feel that you're normal. Like, I'm myself, I'm okay, I'm good. I just decided to dissociate myself. I just decided to day my day so that everybody will day your day. My dear sister and brother, it's possible for you to have dissociation and not know it. And if you have dissociative disorder, for example, you might actually keep your symptoms hidden and explain them another way, like I said earlier. So, and common signs you should actually watch out for in yourself and also in your loved ones includes rapid mood swings, like within a twinkle of an eye, before the snap of a finger, your mood have actually swung or swing. On a lighter note, really, it actually happens basically to, should I say, an average Nigerian right now. Like, we're actually experiencing the same thing because of the situation of things and all that. But you don't need to fret, no shaking, because you're soldiers and you're going to fight and you're going to survive it. So, trouble remembering personal details, it happens. There are even some people that forget their birthdays and they feel that I never knew tomorrow is my birthday, or I never knew today is my birthday. It happens. I've seen people like that also, or maybe trying to remember the date you were born, or trying to remember your middle name, and all that, and other personal details. So there are a lot of people like that. Then forgetfulness about things you've said or done. This one, you will say one thing and you would actually have forgotten that you said that particular thing, and you now start arguing with people around you like, oh my god, on the lighter note, my producer is laughing. Seriously, like, you would have been like, hey, did I say that? So not until 2 or 3 people that were around says, you said that was what you said. Like, hey, I didn't know I said that now. It's a mental health issue. But like I said, that you're going through mental health condition doesn't mean that you have score. Let me put it that way, because we in this part of the world, we believe that anybody that has mental health, this thing is score. It's not all mental health issues that are associated with score. You know what I mean by score. So let me put it that way, that are associated with madness. So then we have behavior or abilities that change, like altered identities. Like, today you're all shades of sweetness, like, oh, you're like an angel on earth, and tomorrow you are something else, and all those things are like, today you could do and undo, you could go miles, you could swim miles, and tomorrow you're just there, and it's actually one of the signs of dissociative disorder. Then we have depression, anxiety, or panic attacks. It happens. It happens, depression, anxiety, and all that. And a lot of people are actually going through that right now already, and that's why we think this topic is actually prompt to be discussed. Then we also have thoughts of suicide and self-harm. Like, you just feel like harming yourself, you feel like committing suicide, and you just feel like giving up on yourself, basically, and you're like, what am I even still waiting for in this world? What am I doing? Don't think it too much. If you take your life, a lot of people will miss you, so don't take your life. Don't let us miss you. Okay, we also have substance abuse, like drug abuse, substance abuse. You know the substance now. Substance is marijuana, even drug abuse. We have people who abuse codeine, who abuse tramadol, who abuse a lot. Even this analgesics, all this over-the-counter drugs. There are people that abuse them, and and it's not until you take overdose that you abuse drug. Even you taking drugs without consulting a doctor or without consulting a physician, it's actually drug abuse as well. Then we also have failed treatment or hospitalizations for mood disorders. And like I said earlier, I think it's in this part of the world that we are not actually taking mental health issues seriously. we are not taking it seriously, because normally anything that has to do with mental health practically affects one's output. It affects one's output. It affects everything concerning that person. The person would actually be practically useless for his or herself and for the entire world. So we need to take our mental health seriously. We also have this dissociative disorder is not limited to adults alone. We have children with dissociative disorder, and children with dissociative disorder have some symptoms like they could stare out, like children who stare out of the window a lot. We also see some children, apart from playing, we have some children that on a norm they'll start climbing burglary proof, they'll start climbing here and there. But there are some particular set of children that when you just notice they stare out of the window a lot, like trying to peep at things outside and all that, then they tend to have imaginary friends. They forget they've said or done something, and also have other learning disabilities. So it actually happens in children. And the way dissociative disorder is diagnosed is by physical examination. One, a physical examination would actually be done by medical professional, and normal consultations ask you questions about any past and physical or mental health issues, ask you questions concerning your family line. Maybe yours is hereditary or yours is triggered by some other things, and you should let them know if you take drugs or if you're on any medication. And it could actually another diagnosis could actually run through blood tests or other tests to rule out any other illness or any other medical condition as the cause of your dissociation. And we also have a painless test that measures your brain waves to rule out certain types of seizure disorder that can sometimes called dissociation. So, and you can actually be referred to a mental health specialist. Like I used to say, it's not a crime if you go see a psychiatrist, and if you don't go see a psychiatrist, you can go see a psychologist as well, and they will know. They would also want to know about any severely troubling event you had in your past. And we also have other tests which include structured clinical interview for dissociation, and also dissociative experiences scale. That's what scale, that's DES. So that's that about the diagnosis of dissociation. Let's go on another music break, and we will be right back to round off the first part of this show. Stay connected to Lagoon Radio.
Excellent God.
welcome back, and a quick recap of what we've actually discussed so far in this first part of today's topic on dissociation and dissociative disorder. We said that dissociation is a mental process where someone disconnects from their thoughts, from their feelings, from their memories, and also their sense of identity. And it's a break in how your mind also handles information. And we talked about some symptoms of dissociation, because when you have dissociation, you might forget things and have gaps in your memory, and you may actually think that the physical world is not real and that you are not real. And we have some highlighted changes, like feeling like you're a different person sometimes, feeling emotionally dumb or emotionally detached, feeling little or no pain, and you might associate it to having a threshold for pain. So, and also having an out of body experience, also having an altered sense of time, not remembering how you got somewhere, hearing voices in your head, having intense flashback that feels real, becoming immobile, and we said that these symptoms actually go away on their own, and they might take weeks, they might take days, they might take hours. As well. We talked about the causes of dissociation, which are trauma, and we talked about peritraumatic dissociation, which is actually basically caused, which is actually the way you psychologically disconnect from the present moment if something bad has actually happened to you. And we talked about sexual or physical assault victims, child abuse victims, torture or captured victims, motor vehicle accident victims as well, and natural disaster victims. So if you have had disturbing experiences over and over, you can actually get severe forms of dissociation known as dissociative disorder. Dissociative disorder is a severe form of dissociation. So dissociation is actually, let me say, dissociation is still learning from dissociative disorder. So then we also talked about hypnosis, which is the way you don't you tend not to have a strong awareness of your body anymore. Then we talked about certain drugs, people who are into alcohol and substance abuse. It could actually cause dissociation. We talked about meditation. Basically meditators are not always aware of their environment. So once they start the whole process and all that. So we talked about related mental health conditions, which are acute stress disorder, borderline personality disorder, affective disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, depression, and also eating disorders. And we said that it's possible to have dissociation and not know it. And there are common signs to actually watch out for, and which includes rapid mood swings, trouble remembering your personal details, forgetting about things you've said or done, behavior or ability that actually change, which I refer to as altered identities, depression, anxiety or panic attacks, thoughts of suicide or self-harm, substance abuse, and also failed treatment or hospitalization for mood disorders. And we also said that dissociation is not limited to adults alone. Even children could actually have this mental health condition, especially children that stare out of the window a lot, children that have imaginary friends, which we Africans might actually relate as linked to Ogbanje, you know, pé àwọn yìí lẹ́gbẹ́ Ogbanje ni ó ń bá àwọn ẹgbẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àbí ó rẹ́rìn sáwọn ẹgbẹ́. It's not every time that there is Ogbanjeism or Egbeism. So there are some that are actually medical. Then we also have children that have learning disabilities. So all those are actually signs to watch out for. Then lastly, I would talk briefly about the treatment of treatment for dissociation. Basically, there's no specific treatment for dissociation, but it's possible to get better with a mix of medication and counseling. And we have treatments And the treatment is actually based on how severe your symptoms are and the causes of that symptoms. So we have treatment which includes psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is a kind of treatment that can actually help you find the cause of your dissociation, but the goal is to help you manage or get rid of your symptoms. And we have some types of psychotherapy, which includes cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, that's CBT, is designed to help you see and change negative thoughts and behaviors. We also have hypnotherapy, which is actually one could actually find easier to explore and process your memories when you're in a relaxed state. And you should only do this with a professionally certified uh, uh, person who is trained in dissociative disorder or post-traumatic stress disorder. We also have phasic trauma treatment, and this treatment actually aims at helping you stop suicidal thoughts or self-destructive behavior first, and then your psychotherapist will actually slowly help you process any traumatic memories and also reintegrate your identity if necessary. Family treatment as well is cannot we cannot look down on that, because it's actually helpful as well if you have support from your family members, could be your spouse or any of your loved ones. Then we also have dialectical behavioral therapy, which helps you to learn skills to control your emotions and stop harmful behaviors. And this is a common treatment for borderline personality disorders. We have some children, even adults, maybe when they go through something that is actually displeasing that they don't like, they'll start throwing tantrums up and down and all that. Even adults, you can even see an adult, because I'm angry, some will just smash their cell phones on the floor and be like, it's a mental health issue. Don't blame it on your zodiac sign, because some will say don't blame don't blame it on your zodiac sign. Some will say, I'm a Leo, I get angry easily. What was Leo? What concern Leo concern better? Don't allow me to press Control P this time. So please, let's do things we're supposed to do, and stop linking your issues up with stop covering it up, stop hiding it. It's time for you to come out. Then we also have another treatment is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. It's actually a technique from the cognitive behavioral therapy, along with visual exercises that will help you walk through your memories of severely troubling events. It would actually help you stop nightmares, flashbacks, or other post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. Then the last one, the last treatment I'm going to talk about today is add-on medication. Such as antidepressants, mood stabilizer, or other drugs to help you with anxiety and sleep problems. And if you have schizophrenia, you might actually need an antipsychotic. I think we talked about that when we're treating psychosis and schizophrenia as well. Okay, so that'll be all for today on today's edition of Lagoon Health Talk here on Lagoon Radio. Do join us same time next week as we discuss, as we continue the second part of today's topic, still on our mental health series. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter at Lagoonradio.Ng. And if you need to catch up with any of our shows, you can go to our YouTube channel on Lagoon TV. My name is still Olabisi, your favorite radio doctor. All right, see you next week and have a pleasant day. Bye.